Evander Holyfield, by name The Real Deal, born October 19, 1962, at Moore, Alabama, U.S., American boxer, the only professional fighter to win the heavyweight championship 4 separate times and thereby surpass the record of Muhammad Ali, who won it 3 times. As an amateur boxer, Holyfield compiled a record of 160-14 and won the National Golden Gloves Championship in 1984. Competing as a light heavyweight at the 1984 Olympic Games in Los Angeles, he was disqualified in the semi-final bout for knocking out his opponent, Kevin Barry of New Zealand, while the referee was attempting to separate the fighters. Amid controversy, the International Olympic Committee subsequently awarded Holyfield the bronze medal. In November 1984 Holyfield turned professional, and in 1986 he won the junior heavyweight title by upsetting World Boxing Association, WBA, champion Dwight Muhammad Kawhi in a 15-round split decision. In April 1988, with an 8th-round knockout of Carlos De Leon, Holyfield became boxing's first undisputed cruiserweight champion. 3 months later he fought his first heavyweight bout, knocking out James Tillis in 5 rounds. Standing 6 feet 2 inches, 1.88 meters, tall and weighing 218 pounds, 98.9 kilograms, Holyfield often faced much larger opponents as a heavyweight, but his diligent training habits and exceptional durability in the ring helped to make up for his lack of size. On October 25, 1990, he scored a 3rd-round knockout of James "Buster" Douglas to win the undisputed heavyweight title of the WBA, the World Boxing Council, WBC, and the International Boxing Federation, IBF. After successful defenses against former champions George Foreman and Larry Holmes, Holyfield lost the title on November 13, 1992, dropping a 12-round decision to Riddick Bowe. In a rematch with Bowe 1 year later, he recaptured the WBA and IBF titles in another decision. On April 22, 1994, in a World Boxing Organization, WBO, match and Holyfield's first defense after regaining the titles, he lost a 12-round decision to Michael Moorer. After the bout, he was diagnosed with a heart defect and announced his retirement. The diagnosis was later reversed, however, and Holyfield resumed boxing, winning a 10-round decision over Ray Mercer on May 20, 1995. In his 3rd fight with Bowe, on November 4, 1995, Holyfield scored a knockdown in the 6th round but lost by a knockout in the 8th. After defeating Bobby Chiz in his next match, Holyfield met heavyweight champion Mike Tyson in a much-anticipated WBA bout on November 9, 1996. Though Tyson was heavily favored to win, Holyfield scored a stunning upset with a technical knockout in the 11th round, becoming the heavyweight champion for a 3rd time. He successfully defended his title on June 28, 1997, in a rematch against Tyson, who was disqualified after the 3rd round for biting Holyfield's ears. Holyfield regained the IBF title by knocking out Moorer in the 8th round of their November 8, 1997, rematch. In his next important title defense, he faced the British fighter and WBC champion Lennox Lewis. On March 13, 1999, the judges determined the bout a draw, though nearly all observers felt the match belonged to Lewis. Still, Holyfield retained his WBA and IBF titles until the rematch on November 13, 1999, when Holyfield lost a 12-round decision to Lewis, which enabled Lewis to claim the WBA and IBF belts and thereby unify the heavyweight title. Lewis was stripped of the WBA title on April 12, 2000, because of a mandatory defense controversy. On August 12, 2000, Holyfield defeated John Ruiz to win the vacant WBA heavyweight title but lost to Ruiz in a rematch in 2001. In December of that year Holyfield and Ruiz met again. The bout ended as a draw, allowing Ruiz to keep the title. Holyfield faced Chris Bird for the IBF Heavyweight Championship on December 14, 2002, only to lose the bout in a unanimous decision. After losing a decision to journeyman Larry Donald in 2004, Holyfield had his New York boxing license revoked because of his apparently deteriorating skills. Holyfield returned to the ring after a 21-month absence in August 2006 and proceeded to win 4 consecutive bouts over the following year. He then lost matches to Sultan Ibragimov in October 2007, and Nikolai Valuev in December 2008, for the WBO and WBA titles, respectively. Holyfield continued to fight after those 2 losses, but the bouts were of a much lesser quality, and the title he won, from the World Boxing Federation in 2010, was not widely recognized. He retired in 2014 with a career record of 44 wins, 29 by knockout, 10 losses, and 2 draws. Holyfield was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2017.